just as Silicon Valley, with all its multiplicity of starring companies, is part of the great genius of California, the 3 national labs are part of the great genius of the of the University of California. And this lab in particular, because of what it means for the future. I cannot tell you how amazing I found it when Ed took us through the tour of the ignition facility. And I saw this little tiny target clothed in gold that could do all these many things. And when they explained the possibility of using both fusion and fission to bring about a new generation of energy. I'm still trying to get my hands around that concept, but indeed, it does offer something extraordinarily special. In Washington, too, there is cutback after cutback because of the national financial crisis, the need for a major stimulus to our economy, the need to bail out most of the financial industry of this great country. So our strength rests in this kind of innovation. Our strength rests with the geniuses in the audience and the geniuses on this platform. Our strength rests with the ability to take a mission of 12 years and transfer that mission into something that can indeed be record-breaking and mean so much as we go in to try to abate something which is transfixing this earth, around which some people cannot yet get their arms, and that, in fact, is the warming of our climate, produced by the fact that carbon and other gases, certain other gases, do not diffuse over time but remain in the atmosphere and therefore warm the planet. And that this warming cannot be stopped because those gases are there. But it can only be contained. And if we can contain it to 1 or 2 degrees, there will be changes, but they're handleable. But if the climate goes to 5 to 9 degrees, it is catastrophic for planet Earth. And therefore, this possibility, I can't say probability, but possibility that fusion and fission, this, can be used to create carbon-free energy that is in effect efficient and cost acceptable, is just a unique concept. And wouldn't it be great if that which nobody else has ever been able to do in the world were done under the auspices of the National Ignition Facility and the great University of California. That is our dream, and that is our quest. I want just to read a comment that many of you probably saw. Obviously, I'm not using my prepared remarks, but this came from a column by somebody, they're columnists and then they're columnists, but this is a columnist that's really worth reading. His name is Tom Friedman, and he's a distinguished writer for the New York Times. He visited the National Ignition Facility last month. Let me read what he said. Cynics often say that viable fusion energy or hydrogen-powered cars are 20 years away and always will be. But what if this time were different? What if a laser-powered fusion energy power plant that would have all of the reliability of coal without the carbon dioxide, all the cleanliness of wind and solar, without having to worry about the sun not shining or the wind not blowing, and all the scale of nuclear without all the waste, was indeed just 10 years away or less. That would be a holy cow game changer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's all been said, but not everybody has said it. And I want to say that I really think that's where we are today. We are facing a holy cow game changer. And that game changer can be carried out right here by people who are so knowledgeable. I listened to Mr. Coonan. I'm trying to get my arms around what he was saying. And it became very evident that, science is really on a march. And my hope is that global warming, because I believe it is real and I believe we have underestimated it, that global warming will convince everybody to turn out in support of the new green mission of this facility, which should be to be able to provide a new system of energy which does not produce the global warming gas. This should be your quest. So I hope you can walk that walk and talk that talk, because if you can, you, in effect, change the world as we know it today. I believe very strongly in nuclear nonproliferation. And somebody who has done just as much as anyone is the former Secretary of State, George Shultz. Well, his wife, Charlotte, is a real pal of mine, and last night she broke her hip and has having surgery today, and so he cannot be here. But I think he would speak about the mission of nonproliferation. And I've been privileged to get to know Tom D'Agostino, to have several classified briefings of something called the RRW, a reliable replacement warhead. And that battle has been fought, and that battle has been ended. But the Energy Department, and particularly the Defense Department, will very shortly be coming out with this administration's nuclear posture review, which I hope will also make several changes from the last administration. I believe that there should be no instance in which the United States of America would countenance a first use of nuclear weapon. I believe that it should be removed from the strategic triad. And I believe that this new nuclear posture review should set this nation on a new course. And that new course has to be toward the green energy world that rests at our feet. We are foolish if we don't take advantage of your talent to get there. So congratulations on the last 12 years. I so look forward to the next 20. May you succeed, and may this really work. Thank you very much.